Hello, my name is Tyreek Bryant, and I will be performing a monologue from The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. The play was good enough for us, Harry. It was Romeo and Juliet. I must admit I was rather annoyed at seeing Shakespeare being performed in such a wretched hole of a place. Still, I felt interested in a sort of way. At any rate, I determined to see the first act. There was a dreadful orchestra preceded by a young Hebrew who sat at a cracked piano. That nearly drove me away. But alas, the drop scene drawn up and the play began. Romeo was a stout elderly gentleman with corked eyebrows, a husky tragedy voice, and a figure like a bed barrel. Mercutio was almost as bad. He was played by this low comedian who introduced gags of his own and was on friendly terms with the pit. They were both as grotesque as the scenery, which it looked like it came out of a country booth. But Juliet, Harry, imagine a girl, hardly 17 years of age, a little flower-like face, small head with pleated coils of brown hair, eyes like violet wells of passion, lips like the petals of a rose. She was the loveliest thing I've ever seen. You told me once pathos left you unmoved, but that beauty, mere beauty could bring your eyes to tears. Harry, I could hardly see this girl with the mist of tears that came across me. In her voice, I never heard such a voice. It was very low at first, with deep mellow tones that seemed to fall singly upon one's ear. Then it became a little louder and sounded like a flute or a distant hautboy. In the garden scene, it had all the tremulous ecstasy that one hears before dawn when the nightingales are singing. There were moments later on that felt like wild passions of violets. You know how a voice can stir you? Your voice and the voice of Sybil Van are two things I would never forget. I close my eyes, I hear them, and each of them are telling me something different. I just don't know which to follow. Why should I not love her? Harry, I do love her. She's everything to me in life. Thank you.